Chrono Trigger. And I wonder which routes these guys are going to take. Crrool is like an old school runner. Crrool's been playing Rando for like, man, ever, it feels like. I remember playing with him like before, like back when you got Lamp in Vanilla Chest every time, 100%. It was like, I bet I could find the file on my computer if I wanted to. So we do have one person doing the classic Sanctuary route, and then one person doing the newish Uncle route that people do in open mode. We're gonna see which of these pay off. Yeah, the tail on the Garfield sprite is amazing. Oh, and a hook shot from Uncle. That's interesting, to say the least. You could, in theory, if he gets 3 bombs here, he could actually finish? No, he wouldn't be able to finish it. Oh, wow, Power Gloves already. I wonder, are we going to see a play for, like, the earliest Death Mountain? Oh, no, we're seeing a save and quit. Where is he going? That is crazy seller. Seller? Yes, sellers. That's actually how you say it. That I've probably ever seen. Using the hook shot to great effect there. That was pretty sweet. Good job, Ruble. I don't know when Crrool's going to end up going there. It all depends on what he finds in the village. He may be waiting for a weapon to go to escape. Oh, and there's a moon pearl in the forest. And Ruble's trying to find some bombs. There he goes. Got 3. That's more than enough. Hey, we're gonna see what's at race game momentarily. Bomb grind is a relatively new shot. I missed what was at race game. So to chat. It wasn't anything because he's not checking it. He's not going back for it. The bomb grind is a relatively new strat. A lot of people are now doing South Kakariko and then go to Forest rather than going to Sanctuary, and then they'll just do Sanctuary like later on. Either they'll do Houlihan, which he can do with his gloves. He can actually go and do a Houlihan strat, and I believe that was the red cane. That's pretty early. If that was... Oh no, it was the red boomerang. Thank you, Tracker. I need to actually make my screen a little bit larger so that I can see these items. There we go. Red boomerang's not bad. It actually does deal damage to some enemies and stuns them for a pretty long time. The downside is that it does lag the screen a bit. And that was a piece of heart from the chicken hut. This village isn't that loaded. That seller kind of took all the money from the village to buy that hook shot, I'm guessing. Uncle robbed the bank. There's some bombs. Crrool's getting his bombs back. More bombs. Flippers. And a sword. So I don't know. He's got a lot of options opened up to him now. Less than Ruble does, though. I believe at this point we should know everything about the village. Yeah, so the village had a moon pearl, flippers, and this level 1 sword. Well, remember that Kakariko, as much as it is dense, all of its spots have exactly the same likelihood to have an item as any of the other spots in the initial light world. So, Mini Moldorm Cave, Ice Cave, Uncle's Hut, most of Escape actually is considered the same as... Actually, Escape is considered the same as this. At least the parts that you can get to without a lamp. The game's logic does always take into account that you have at least 10 bombs. This means that there is the odd time where you're somewhat required to use bombs on a boss. I believe under very specific circumstances, Moldorm could be, yeah, Moldorm could be actually required to do with bombs. Now we're moving on up, and Crrool is going to find his hookshot and now this made sense. He has his sword, so you may as well get a stape done. A stape can be a little rough. Otherwise, like doing bomb shots in a stape is doable, but it's pretty slow. So a lot of people will avoid it. There's his hookshot. Gonna be pretty happy about that. So honestly, Crrool won't be losing that much time over Ruble. Ruble gained no advantage going to Until first. In fact, he actually wasted time by going to Until first, because Crrool's probably gonna do at least the part to the shell, to the cell. So the route's pretty much just reversed. And now the upside is Ruble's probably gonna go straight to Death Mountain from here. With this route. No, he's actually opting to save and quit. You know what, I would have at least gone to Death Mountain to... I'd probably just do all of South Death Mountain. He's gonna do the back half of Escape instead. I mean... He's gonna lose a bit of time now without doing that, just because, like, not over Crrool, but over his routing, because he could have gotten the save point, at least, even if he didn't want a sequence break per se. He wants to just check to see if Lamp's here. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine to do this. Oh, there's the shovel. That's interesting. Let's go on a fetch quest. I mean, I have seen seeds where they've had blue vest within the first few minutes. I mean, in the first chest even. Oh, Ruble's gonna do Houlihan from here. He needs that money. So this is the easiest Houlihan probably to do. You just bomb yourself into the hole. It's like not even accurate. You just have to hit the back of that wall. And then you get to do Houlihan. Let's see if Ruble checks the tablet here. We don't get to see it. Unfortunate. If you don't know, in the randomizer, that is actually the Hall of Fame of the randomizer. Oh. I didn't catch. I believe that wasn't anything. Oh no, yeah, it was just a shield, so nothing much. Some people like shield, some people will actively get rid of their shield. Ruble and Crrool's routes are currently converged, minus Ruble, minus their slight differences. Oh, Titan's Mitts already. We have Dark World access. Now, it's the worst form of Dark World access, but this actually makes Death Mountain even bigger of a play. Okay, now we're going to see what main Moldorm is. Gotta be a bit careful. Those crabs deal 2 hearts of damage. I'm doing fine, man. I've done commentary for ages and ages. Oh no, he's dying. You gotta use your hookshot, Ruble. They auto kill. It's so much safer. Oh, and Ruble takes a death. Oh, that's unfortunate, man. Forgetting that he can just use hookshot. Well, That's going to be a little bit of an advantage for Crrool. I actually can't remember. I'm not actually. If somebody in chat. Oh, and there's Master Sword. I believe that we may have an Agate Seed boiling. There's a Fire Rod too. Actually, it just maybe not. We have Dark World access. Silly me. And Ruble is unfortunately going to. That's unfortunate. When Ruble goes to Dark World, he will not have that Fire Rod, and he's gonna get the Quake. He maybe this is a frustration alternate. Where is he gonna go? Is he gonna go back to Mini Moldorm? Then yeah, I can't just leave this behind. So we're coming up to the hobo. Let's see what he's got for us. He gave us a teeny bit of love. Nice little teeny bit of love. And we are going back to Muller. So he won't end up in Dark World. I thought maybe he was just going to do a frustration. Be like, there won't be anything here. There's anything here. So downside to having Titan's Love instead of the Hammer Powered Love. And there's our Fire Rod again. Cane of Burna. Yeah, this is a really good cave. Master Sword. Jeez. Money. Heart. Oh, Crrool's actually also gonna Houlihan. Oh no, he's not Houlihan. Never mind. I kind of like this. I'm actually of the camp of check as much of Dark World as you can. Or sorry, as much of Light World as you can without not, you know what I mean. Check Light World. It made sense. Crrool's deciding where he wants to go next. Decides he's going to go to Sanctuary. Most likely going to go to Dark World, but he might otherwise opt. Yeah, I don't know what the chirp is or how it happens. It was happening to me a lot yesterday. But alas, we're going to keep moving on. Crrool's going to go to Death Mountain. You know, this is a really good play. He has access to all of Death Mountain. Like, except for Hera. He has access to everything. Now, it's a huge sequence break. But, man, that is going to be huge. Lampless Ascent is easy for every runner in this tournament. Like, the Ascent is super easy to do. It's one of the first things you practice because it makes such a huge difference. Even just grabbing the save point can be a huge factor. Oh, no book though. Well, without the book, he doesn't matter because he can't even. Oh, and there's a big 20 in the ice cave. Gotta love it. So. The only thing that Crrool can't get to is Hera and the Ether Tablet. So not having book here is fine, because he can't even access the Ether Tablet anyway. There's no crystal that's available to them either. Well, at least that we know of. We don't know what fire, if Skullwoods is going to have something, or if Thieves Town is going to have something. And we're going to maybe get our first... we're not going to see a Dark World check. Not yet, though. Oh, 4 Eastern, 5 Desert. Interesting. 5 being there is... interesting. So, Desert's one of the special crystals, which allows access to the Fat Fairy, or the Pyramid Fairy, however you wish to call it. And Crrool is now going to be checking another Hype Cave. This is probably the best play, just because of the high density of items he's about to collect. He's going to be getting over 14 items. I want to say he's getting 7 from this cave, 5 from Hookshot Cave. Yeah, there's a lot. Holy crap. Interesting routing for Ruble. Grabs a key. Oh, there's the flute! We have the flute, so we know that Lamp isn't going to be up here. So Lamp is going to be somewhere in Dark World, somewhere that's not accessible by the flute. So one of the things that you can actually get when you sequence break is information on items. He now knows that the flute cannot, like a flute location, cannot have Lamp. Ooh, so Crrool fall in there instead of bomb jumping means that he is going to be opting to skip Spiral Cave for now. Because he probably will just save and quit after this. It could also be anywhere in Dark World, Shog Ball. Ooh, Crrool also misses that trick there. Getting a few of the minor tricks a little. Crrool is like a full-time. Like he works full-time, I believe, and he speedruns a lot of games, so he usually is just very good at them. Sometimes doesn't have all of the tricks 100% down, but he is really good at a lot of games, and I commend him for that. I'm not even good at one game, and he's great at many games. Oh, and he gets the boots! This sequence break has been huge for him. So that's another thing that he knows. He now knows that the Lamp won't be in any boots locked location. Pendant, Mire, Ice, and Turtle Rock. That's crazy. Green Pendant is in... Oh no, it's Swamp, Turtle Rock, and Mire. Is the Lamp necessary? Yes, it's just for dark rooms. You can completely skip the Lamp. And with Mire being... with this, all of the hard dark rooms, not required. Like, the Lamp, honestly, at this point, doesn't even matter if you know the rest of the dark rooms. Pod's probably the hardest. Pod's Dark Maze and Pod's Total Room. But he has the Fire Rod, so both those are kind of trivialized. Tracker might be wrong. Yeah, either chat or the tracker is, but let's wait for another map check. Crrool will probably be doing one momentarily. So one of the big things about all these items that Crrool has, he's going to be able to check way more spots. The big things is he's going to be able to check these two Bond Crots. He's going to be able to return his flute on his way to Dark World. And he has the Fire Rod now, and he's got way more defense. So we might actually go and finish Skullwoods. Ruble feels a little bit squeamish. Red Mail, with how few hearts he has, Green Mail, with how few hearts he is actually a pretty big deal. Mothula deals 2 damage on contact, or with his laser beams if you don't have Mail. Now, the Spites are always as dangerous with 1, so I definitely respect Ruble not finishing the dungeon. It is a hard boss to beat. And there's a single arrow and 20 rupees. I actually think that both of those are a prize. I actually don't think single arrow could be a prize. So that was the rare first chest having the item, and it was our validation arrow. I believe it's a 12.5% chance of the first item being the item you need. Yeah, honestly, Volt is actually new to the game in general. He basically decided to become a tracker because he really enjoyed the community and wanted to help out with the tournament, and I absolutely respect that. You don't need to know everything. Also, Bottle led to nothing, so not much there. Having a Bottle, though, is a really nice safety. And Crrool's going to Zora. That made sense. He's got everything he needs to check everything at Zora, and he's even got the boots, so this could be a really fast check. Still hasn't gone to Dark World yet. I kind of like doing this. Oh, he has been to Dark World? Oh, he was in Dark World Death Mountain. That's Death Mountain. I don't consider that Dark World. That's part of Death Mountain. When I say Dark World, I mean the southern part of Dark World that has all the dungeons, not the Turtle Rock part of Dark World with Ganon's Tower. I kind of consider those two different places, you know? And Zora gives us the blue moraine. I mean, it's a blue item, so it's kind of close to vanilla. And Ruble is deciding to use the leg cane. Also, I didn't know that you could bounce off those while you were invincible like that. That's pretty cool. Can you switch to the blue moraine? Yes, you can. In fact, some runners opt to only use the blue moraine because it doesn't lag the screen. It has less range and stuns less enemies, so it all depends on the situation. But a lot of runners will joke that the blue moraine is actually the upgrade and the red moraine's a downgrade. Yeah, I actually agree. Running away from the blue from the boomerangs is really fun as a kid. I actually do that in a lot of the Zelda games. I'll just throw my boomerang away. Okay, so red. So run is not validated yet, chat. No single arrow. Because he got a different prize. So it was 20 arrows that was the prize. Or sorry, 20 rupees. Ruble is continuing on in the dungeon. Now, he doesn't have hammer. Oh, no. He did find hammer. Whoops. I completely missed that. My bad. Pretty sure Misery Mire isn't on the right side. Oh, yeah. Misery Mire is the second to last dungeon. Hammer was in Skullwoods. Oh, my bad. Crrool decided to do Overworld. So one thing to note about these two runners is Crrool is old school. Crrool played a lot in the V18-ish days, right around the time of the tournament, and then hasn't played as much LTTP. So he probably has a lot of biases from that area where Overworld was pretty biased in that you avoided dungeons. Now, he's not a bad player and he knows his route in. So it'll be interesting to see which of these routes pay off. So far, I'd say Crrool's. Yeah, Crrool is like in every tournament. He's just like speedrunning, man. He's a good guy. And there's the real single arrow, guys. Sure, chat's enjoying that. Oh, and there's a piece art. So now we're going to see if the real hype cave is hype or if the other cave stole all of its hype. I'm going to go ahead and guess that Mini Moldorm stole all of its hype. Bombos is pretty good. So, it's okay. I love Dark Cuckoos. They get in the way of the hammer game and then run off. They're so cute. Manual hammer peds. You're going to see a huge difference of something right about here now. When Crrool ends up over at the hammer ped game, he is going to be doing a significantly faster run of it. So now we're going to see. Now another strategy is if you're not super comfortable with bosses, in Overworld can actually end up netting you some hearts. So you could actually end up going to. Oh, he hasn't. Not going to Skullwoods yet. He might be going to Thieves Town first. He is. He's up to North Thieves Town first. Now, I don't think there was anything in the hammer chest, so Crrool will be fine in that respect. Yeah, it was the red rupee. So somebody mentioned that Crrool might not have gotten the item, but he did. It was just one of the red rupees. Crrool is good to go to TT and Skullwoods. I'm just saying that a lot of runners will opt to go to Skullwoods first. So he's opting to go to Turtle Rock, or sorry, to Thieves Town first. V27 went. I heard V27, I believe, is on its way because VTorp was talking about thins. Now, the tournament, even if a new version was released on the website, the tournament generates all the seeds for. It generates all the seeds for each section of the group. So all of the seeds for this section of the group of this tournament has been generated on V26. So even if they released V27 tomorrow, next week's games, the rest of the games would be on V26. So there's no change. If they do release a change, it would only take effect in the group stages, which will be beginning, I want to say, in about 2-ish weeks. I'm not sure the exact date. And that goes for the secondary tournament as well. So if V26 is if V27 is released, it'll be V26 until like the cutoff where they cut people from the tournament. I have quite a Canadian accent. Yes, I do. I am from Central Canada, so we actually have a pretty like Midwestern accent. So Crrool is just gonna be finishing out. This fraud is doing a world tour. He might be going all the way to the Catfish. Frauds can swim, right? Yes, they can. Every NPC can swim, actually. Well, yeah, Mirror will be required in this seed, so that is interesting. Bow is required. Samaria is not required. Ice Rod's not required. Boots may be required, but luckily Crrool has them. The tough dark rooms are out, so we may never see the lamp. Medallions are not required, quote unquote, but they might be just to get into the dungeons to pick up an item, but completion is not. Yes, the bomb can swim. It's hard to get him into water because you can't jump down ledges, so you have to like... He can swim here, for instance. Oh, Crrool, or Ruble released his item a bit quick, or the pickup. Okay, so Crrool's finishing up line. Very, very, very clean kill. Gets his validated arrow. And his crystal. Yeah, Samaria could still be required if Turtle Rock has a mandatory item. Pedestal seed hype? Could be pedestal lamp, maybe? No, it couldn't be. Ped bow is possible. Pedestal mirror is possible. That's about it. That could be required. Lamps actually required for 2 of them. I don't know why I thought it was required. It wasn't. Lamp on pedestal is really hard to get. There's 4 dungeons that lamp's required in by the logic, so. So we're gonna just see what he took these what he took these guys for. Now, this is actually a big change for V26, like V22, 23. You can actually bring them via save and quit. What was Bumper Cave? I didn't see what it was. Oh, Zelda doesn't appear in Sanctuary anytime you have a follower because she's still technically like programmed as a follower. So like you can only have one follower at a time. So when you reset with a follower to Sanctuary, the follower just like overrides Zelda being there. Oh, Ruble's finally going to Death Mountain. He's decided he has enough of this. He can't complete any more dungeons. He's just gonna go here. Now, nobody's gone to Eastern. Just gotta put that out there. Nobody's checked anywhere near there. Or checked the Adina Cave. Crrool opted not to bomb jump. He's gonna do it the intended way. So, Crrool is going to be probably complete in Stalwarts for a second crystal. Ruble is still opting to continue on. So, Mothula is a weird fight. It's normally not able to have Golden Sword deal damage to it. And that does actually lead to some interesting like things happening. So in those cases, spins from Tempered wouldn't damage it, and it doesn't damage it in this. And normally Golden Slashes don't, but Golden Slashes do work in the randomizer because of they decided to fix it. This would be pretty unfun if you had to poke it. And he is in his truly hype cave. Now, with the Master Sword, it takes 8 swings of your Master Sword. It takes 4 hammers, so if you're comfortable doing hammer strats, it's actually perfectly viable and fast to do. That's actually how low percent does it. Actually, it's how pretty much every run. Well, no, because any percent gets the Tempered Sword before Mothula, so. And Crrool is going to try to get Hammer. Hammering him from above is like, from when he's above you is like really tough. And I didn't catch what was in his bottle, so we might be seeing a death here in a moment. Crrool's going to have to be very careful. You have to play this fight very patiently. And he does take the death. We'll see if he tries again. Okay, so with the hammer, this actually means that Ruble's going to be able to check more Death Mountain, and Crrool gets it! It was a fairy, so that was pretty good. What are the standings of these players? I actually don't know. I didn't check. If somebody could pop up !ALTTP, the challenge is there, and you can chat there. And then you could tell me, and that would be wonderful. I think it's exclamation mark ALTTP. My bad. They're 2-2. So both these runners are playing to continue on, like, without worrying. So the way that this stage of the groups work, while these runners are just cleaning up dungeons. No bomb jump. Doesn't have the boots either, so he's gonna have to fall here. Crrool must have all the items, unless he missed a chest. So yeah, with a win, they are securely at least able to tiebreak. If they lose, they have to win their next games to stay in the tournament. Or their next game. I guess we are on week 5, so. Two is not certain elimination, but losing in this match does mean that they have to win at least their next match and the tiebreaker. They have to get top 6 in. Oh, Ruble! Holy crap, that was sick! So one thing odd about Mini Moldorm, the Master Sword slash and the Fighter Sword spin deal the same damage as the Fighter Sword slash does. So all level 1 and 2 attacks are the same to Moldorm. Now, Hammer counts as tempered, and tempered only takes 3, so that's why you see runners do tempered sword. But if you're not comfortable with hammer strats, that can be a problem. Crrool is going to make the play on Easter now. I believe that this is the right play. Oh, we got the silver arrows, so Adina paid out today. Is Crrool just abandoning? Yeah, looks like Crrool's just going to abandon Eastern. Going to make the play on Adina's cave, as well as the Mire area. Now, interesting thing, they actually have access to Mire. So Mire might have something if they have the medallion for it. I didn't catch which one that was. Oh, and I believe that was the Cane of Samaria. Now... So, interesting fact, that means that Turtle Rock, if the medallion is Bombos or Quake, they have access to it. Green Pendant Ice, though, is like a pretty big, like, indicator, in my opinion, of, like, something being there. Just because Ice Palace seems to like to pay out a lot. Yeah, Crrool really front-loaded this seed by skipping. I believe that Ruble should have the Ocarina as well. Okay, here's the moment of truth. Will we see? Oh, that is Turtle Rock being Bombos. That, with that Cane of Samaria at Mire, I want to say that we're looking at that being accurate. Yeah, so Crrool's gonna get disappointed by this Watch Catfish. Oh chat, your jokes never cease to amuse me slightly. Ruble doing the quick dash opening. Very cool to see. I don't know. There's something about that opening that really is like, yeah, seems good. Oh, is Crrool gonna go back to Eastern? Interesting route in coming out of Crrool here. I'm wondering if Ruble's feeling a bit behind, not sequence breaking when he did. It would have been such a good play with his route in. Yeah, EP has one more possible item than Hera. EP will always give you at least 2 items if you know how to do the dark rooms. Yeah, all of the pendant dungeons are completable right now, is something I would like to point out. Minus Turtle Rock needed an Ice Rod, but I have this... I'm starting to have this feeling that this might be a pedestal seed. Bow could be on pedestal right now. And it's a pretty common, like, troll item. Like, when it's not needed, it's pretty common troll. Like, I'm curious. It could be more Twitch problems like yesterday. My stream is currently working, so I will continue to try to commentate as much as I can. Hopefully, it doesn't go down completely. Sometimes it's just the video, which is weird, and you can hear my voice as if it was perfect. Ah, good. Was only a hiccup. Sounds good. Twitch was having some problems yesterday. And there's that lonely green rupee. But let's not talk about commentary hiccups. I literally had an hour and a half of commentary where I was hiccuping. It was awful. Never again, please. Ruble is finally making the play on escape. I want to say there's only a shield here. Yeah. Yeah, there was only a shield, and I believe it was on Zelda. Two Fiesel. Yes, Tracker, Flute is on Ruble's side. Lots of money. Honestly, if I was these runners, I might start looking at completing pendants. Now, I lost my race because assuming it was a pedestal when it actually wasn't. But you know what? I still think it was a good play. So Crrool, I think, might actually even be... He may actually check Turtle. Oh no, he won't, because he'll be going straight to Hera. Yeah, it's the late game pendants, and we've had the items for ice for a long time to complete it. We've had the items now. Something to keep in mind: we don't have lamp, so we do need lamp for this to be in play. Oh yeah, it could also be mirror. Mirror could be on pedestal. Book could be on pedestal, and mirror could be locked behind book. That would be interesting. Crrool in hook speed in that room. Ruble's in that sick feeling in his stomach, where he's like, "Oh well, I have that, but I can't complete it, so that's fine. It's not pedestal yet." Man, I really hope that I don't have to complete. Oh no! Now I have to do Mire. Book could be on pedestal, and Book could lock mirror. Yeah, they can't do Desert Palace at all right now. Ruble is going straight to Mire. Now, he doesn't have lamp, so we don't know. We don't know where the lamp is just yet. So we are seeing the Mire play. Doing Mire before checking other dungeons. Dark Kirko would also go for Mire. I mean, it's not a bad. Ooh. Oh, what? Huh? What was that? Okay, so interesting fact. So something to keep in mind about those walls specifically, those bar walls, they actually only are programmed to block movement in one direction. So that's why hammer jump works. That's why hovering over these kinds of gaps works, because those, for whatever reason, are specifically programmed to allow you to move back through them, and they only prevent movement like into the gap. Yeah, lamp can't actually be here. This is one of those areas that lamp can't be because flute is hook shot. Flute is behind lamp, so. Gonna be an interesting. Gonna be interesting if they find bow here. Because that would require really, really good magic management throughout the end game, because they won't have lamp to do the torch rooms. Oh, Crrool's not gonna do the TR gamble because he doesn't know yet that it's Bombos. Ice Palace might be the best. Yeah, he's doing the Ice Palace gamble. I like it. Ice Palace is the first pendant that they were able to complete. Now, why is that important? Because V26 has a slight bias in the way that dungeons put items in them. So dungeons have a fairly good chance to have a required item in them. And it's not insignificant. Now, since they've had access to Ice Palace all this time, really, I mean, probably since 20 minutes into the run, there's a very good chance that there's going to be progression here. Lamp could be here, because Hammer, Hoodshot, Fire Rod were all not locked behind the lamp. And Small T is good. Small T means that the whole dungeon's open. Fire Rod was... I can't remember where it was. Fire Rod was in the True Height Cave, the Mold Arm Cave. For people who don't know, I feel like I should explain. Hype Cave is the cave that is in Dark World, just south of Lynn's house. The reason why it's called that is because you get one item. It's like, quote unquote, it's hype because as you move forward, lots of times in the original tournament, there were just better and better items as you went on. So I feel like that's not explained enough. But I think most people get that that's Hype Cave. It's also written that way in Cross Products Tracker, which is kind of the first thing that everyone should use. Probably one of the best resources in learning Randomizer is having Cross Products Tracker while you play. Highly recommend that for anyone who wants to. Ruble is now going to make the Turtle Rock play after doing a Mire play. Turtle Rock has also been mostly completable. Now, this is a sequence break. Lamp can't be here. Because technically, they don't have Death Mountain access. So just keep that in mind. They technically don't have access to Death Mountain as far as the logic is concerned. The logic being what dictates the game. Ruble, either, I believe, I'm not sure, I wasn't keeping track of the items. As a solo caster, it's hard to remember all these things. Keeping track of the items when I'm trying to focus on, I'm really just trying to catch if they get an item from a chest, really. Keeping track of both runners when they're in different dungeons is a bit difficult. Thank you very much for the compliment, but I would rather you compliment these runners for putting on a great show. Without the runners and without Feasel, we definitely wouldn't have a tournament right now, so make sure to give the runners a follow. Following Speed Gaming is also a great idea. Remember that there's actually 4 channels where this tournament can happen, and 4 channels, the Randomizer Mania, is where the secondary tournament is happening. So definitely make sure that you give everyone a follow. Be a good Samaritan. Okay, Crrool gets over that gap. Okay, it's change up room. Okay, big key. Is Crrool all the items in Ice Palace? I feel like I need to just ignore that question because I'll never know the answer to it. Oh, Crrool accidentally hit that chest, so now he has to go in here, so... Oh, I don't think he meant to, because he tried to walk past it. Oh, now he's out of keys. Did they really only finish 3 in 2 dungeons? Yes. believe Crrool, one thing that I know Crrool is very good at is route-in, so he might just have things like where items are, when small keys can be where, memorized. Yeah, they can barely complete any of the dungeons, let alone start them. Pod is mostly locked out without bow. Just the first 3 chests are considered not bow locked. So, I'm not sure if... I don't think Crrool collected the small key. There's one small key that you can get for free in this dungeon. So I'm not sure if he actually did that. He's also opted to do Bombos strats. So what this is doing is it's saving up his magic. Normally it takes a full magic bar of fire rod shots to open up the cave there, and he didn't shoot out fire rods when they are all grouped up. You can actually hit all 3 of them with fire rod when they're grouped up like that, which you can do by hitting them as they're coming out of the shell. They stay grouped up and are all vulnerable. Otherwise, they split up into 3 directions, and it's actually very difficult to fight. But if you do start it by pushing them in the same corner, it reduces how crazy this fight can get. And Crrool, very, very nice kill. And that is just some bombs. So, green pendant now. We'll see if maybe that's going to pay out. Laser bridge, though. Nope. Just a small key. He does look like Krakos. Oh. Nothing yet. These lasers are really tough. He is going to open up the safety door, I think. Maybe not? Okay, he is. Oh, he's not. 20. I didn't check his inventory to see. Oh, and nothing in Turtle Rock. Oh, Sasrilla has the lamp. Whoa! I believe that had to be the lamp, actually. Okay, so they are officially fixed their sequence break-in. So everything that they have done is now officially okay. Now, the bow, it's not in Mire. Can't be in... The bow might be in... I think the bow's in Easter. Or, sorry, is in Pod. What are our 5 and 6? Desert Palace is 5, so... I think Pod has bow. Huh. Have they not checked Pod? No. So V26 has a logic quirk where only the first 3 chests are considered not bow locked. VTorp explained it in the stream he did yesterday. He explained that the way that they put out keys and the way that the logic reads keys, it just can never put bow anywhere but in the first 3 chests. Yeah, so Mirror Book, or I think Pod's the play right now. Your ears? I'm not sure what happened. Sorry if I'm too loud. I'll tune it down a little bit. I always like to think of that chest as not adding us. Adding a damn put it there. You bombed it. Oh, it's the chirps? Okay. I had that bud yesterday. It was unfortunate. I did not like it. Oh, is it from USB? Good to know. I may be able to fix that then. Okay, so we are seeing the pod play from Crrool. Okay. What is gonna be? This first chest is important. It's a. The dungeon is bow-locked. What a twist! Sewer chest. Sewer's chest. Sewer's chest and Spike Cave are left. They haven't checked sewer chest yet. That's it. The runners have checked Adina's cave. Desert Palace is not available. Validation error was on blind. Hey, Crrool is checking for a fairy, I think. He does have full magic, so he should be fine to do this. He has boots as well, so this should be okay. Oh, a mirror shield! Oh, that might actually lead him to Turtle Rock. No? Sanctuary? He's gonna do sewers. He doesn't have a T, so he can't do sewers in reverse. So I hope he's not doing that. He does have a T! It's not dark sewers! Where is it? If it's in Mire and Ruble didn't clear Mire, you know what? Bow could be on Vitreous. Or Progression, sorry. We keep saying Bow, but it could be Bow, Mirror, or Book. Crrool did do the Friend of Escape, and because there's no T, it's actually vanilla small T. Book is needed to get the items in the 2 tablets. So they can't even check it. You need Master Sword to open it, and you need Book to read it. So you need both to get the item. Ruble is going to be a little bit careful. I mean, Red Mail made switchers Gold Stair a little bit easier. Practice Quake. Okay, so Ruble now has his flute, and he'll now do his silvers, because he still hasn't done this. Well, Adam Danes, they've actually had access to Ice Palace for like 40 minutes. So it's not technically a late lamp, it's just they decided to sequence break the ever-living out of this seed. Like, just destroyed this seed from the inside. Bow is always required in every single seed, because it's required to ascend Ganon's tower. So one thing, by the way, is that they're hoping that they do not find the mirror first. So that might be why I keep hoping for the bow, even though it could be one of 3 progression items, because I really do not want to see like the mirror. The mirror is going to send them in all kinds of wrong places, or possibly, or the right places. But if they find bow first, then mirrors go mode, and that's better. Bid key. Now you might have to go back and do the bid key puzzle, which it looks like he's doing. It's a small key. So it looks like pedestal hype is 100% still on. In fact, actually, ped hype, if they find ice, then if they find ice rod, it's almost 100% a pedestal seed. Mirror, bow, or book can be on pedestal. For people who may not know the changes between the 2 tournaments, in the first tournament, book was not able to ever be on pedestal, but now it can be. And when you do use the book on a pedestal that had the book, it says, "This is a paradox!" exclamation mark. So Misery Mire boss can be Ice Rod, Bow, Mirror, Book, and any other item on the tracker that they haven't gotten. Zelda troll comment and seed. Wait, is troll just sitting there? Oh no, he is slashing every once in a while. It's so slow I can't tell. Oh, please don't follow me. Follow the commentators. Or sorry, the runners. Please follow Crrool and Ruble. And the channel. I'd rather that. Crrool is like probably one of my probably one of the best guys I know. Ruble is really good too, but I will give props to Crrool. Crrool's been a really good guy to me in the times that I've been playing different games. So I'll do a special shout out to Crrool just because I'm his friend. But Ruble has been a great addition to the community. He's relatively new as far as I know. Both are great people, but I do want to give a special shout out to Crrool. He's probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. Okay, so Ruble is about to get really disappointed by this pod. Crrool is also just very slowly killing. There it is. And got his second dependent. So Mirror is not really what they wanted to see, to be honest. Ruble is going to feel really bad when he goes back to Meyer. And Mirror actually lets him go straight into Desert Palace, which is actually pretty cool. I just realized that's really neat. I like it. Really trolly seed, but I like that little touch. Just being able to mirror straight into Desert Palace. Let's see what we find here. Opens up some overworld and opens up 2 crystals. And there's the bid key. Wasn't even boots locked. Although to get here, you really would need to have the boots. So, where's 5 and 6? 6 looks like it was Thieves Town, and 5 was Desert. Oh, I hate that Dark Room. I would have been in the same position as Ruble, but I'm still going to be objective and say that Ruble's not going to feel too great about that. Okay, it doesn't look like it was anything, so let's see. Technically, boots weren't required. Mushroom! Knowing Crrool's playstyle, he will absolutely be doing the Fat Fairy. Okay, so we are going to see 2 different bosses at the same time. Ironically, after all of this time, Ruble has exactly the same equipment that Crrool did when he was here. Sorry, anytime I take a standard break, it's because I am drinking water and I've muted my mic. Okay. There's the book! Oh, let's go. What an interesting thing. Something's gonna be on the tablet. We got 2 fetch quests to do. Let's go. Crrool's thinking about what he's gonna do. He's gonna drop off the mushroom Well, picking he's realized his mistake. He doesn't actually have enough money. Just an arrow upgrade. Crrool's probably gonna check Bombo's tablet here. I didn't actually see, I just saw arrows. He left so quickly. They probably check, he's probably gonna check both the... He's probably gonna check both of the... Oh, it's just 10 arrows? Okay. That was an arms deal then. We don't condone that. Okay, what's gonna be at book pedestal thing number 1, and it's nothing. Oh yeah, you know, somebody brings up a good point. He'll probably check the pyramid fat fairy as well. For those of you who haven't played Vanilla Link to the... Oh, he's actually going to do Swamp first. I like it. I like the gamble. He can complete this dungeon. There's 6 items here. Good move. For people who don't know, the reason that we call that fairy fat fairy is not for any other reason than the actual sprite itself is fat, if you've played the vanilla version of the game. And then Waterfall Fairy is the slim fairy because it's actually a slim fairy. I believe most games actually have one fat and one thin fairy at some point or another. And Ruble is about to get the sad news. Yeah, I understand Crrool, and he's gonna resign that. You know what, it's just not gonna be there. I'm just gonna have to do this dungeon anyway, I may as well do the whole thing. Have they done Catfish yet? Yes, they have. Okay, so we're gonna see if this play on Swamp is gonna pay off. Kinda hoping it does. Oh, and Ruble's actually doing bomb shots. That is something else. Also doing this bomb shot really well. This is entertaining. Also cathartic. I actually feel really good about watching this guy get bombed over and over again. Aww. That looks deceptively fun. I know, right? I kind of want to... I've done this before. I've bombed Vitreous in the past, but that's because I had only Fighter Sword. He's key-locked? Oh, did he lock? Yeah, he did, didn't he? No, he didn't. Oh, did he? Oh, man. That's unfortunate. He flooded the other key. Oh, and that's Ether. That doesn't do anything. Oh, darn it. Crrool's gonna lose a little bit of time there. So if there is something in the bottom, this is gonna be bad for him. Oh, he doesn't... I hope he knows how to reset it. I'm sure he does. I feel like he must know. It's not unrip. He actually has to go all the way. Yes, he has to leave the screen. He might think he has to save and quit. That's unfortunate. That doesn't give it sounds awful. Well, normally you don't have... So in the vanilla version of the game, you can't actually flood a key and also complete most of the dungeon. That's impossible. Because you need the key to flood the water. But in the randomizer, you can have the hood shot, which allows you to grab an additional key. This is actually going to give Ruble time to catch up, although Crrool will be doing a weird imitation of a go mode here. The vanilla layout for this dungeon is that the bid key is on the left side, on the right chest, in like that bid trap room. And then the hood shot is in the bid key chest. Then you hook over to the door, and that's all the bid key does, is it locks you from the other side of the dungeon. You have to also pick up the small key. So that's what happens in the vanilla game. Yeah, he's definitely not in go mode. He needs the bow. Well, the bizz 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 sound is just the error sound. You can make that sound literally anytime, as long as you use an item. As long as you use mirror somewhere it's invalid, or you use an item without magic. That's just the invalid use sound. Oh, I said go mode. Yeah, I meant he's gonna. I said he's gonna make an imitation Swamp Palace go mode. So like, he's gonna be. It still looked like he's go mode in this dungeon because he's gonna skip parts of it. If the bow's behind a medallion, then Crrool's a bit ahead. If it's in the swamp, this is super close. Well, we actually can access both of the medallion dungeons with Bombos, so. So Ruble, like, I feel like Bo actually, I think, has to be here. Bo or Ice Rod. If Ice Rod is here and Bo is not, then either Trinets or Pedestal is Bo. He has opted not to skip. Yeah, good point from ETAP. So he won't have the book. Also, another place that Bo can be is on Ether Tablet. Just realized. And Tempered Sword. No, I was hoping for Golden Sword there. That would have been pretty cool. But Tempered Sword makes the rest of the game significantly easier. Although he's already beaten like some of the harder bosses, but it is nice to have. And a heart. Okay. Oh, I'd love a coffee. But just you guys being here is all I need. I just enjoy entertaining you guys with my stupidity. Swords are in fact in order. It's called progressive logic, where some items will appear in order of their progression. Gauntlets, shields, armors, swords. That's it. The rest of the items are not progressive. It has made seeds like a little bit longer, just because like it is significantly faster to have, say, gold sword the entire run. And there's the bid key. Okay, one last item, guys. We have to make a third trip in. It just does have an item. He was in his inventory relatively like close to the start there. Oh, Ruble stream. The bow! The bow! Where it go? Where it go? Oh, it's time to go straight to Ganon. So Crrool is on his way. This is going to be very good for him. So he already has the bid key. So he just needs So he just needs to go down the right side puzzle with the mimics and stuff, and he can go straight to the end. So he can just skip everything in this dungeon. This is probably the best. This is actually the best case scenario for Pod, is first just being bid key. And this seed will probably, with just Eastern left to do, with just Eastern left, 140 is 145 sub is possible. Oh man, we're so close. I hope that Ruble stream pops back up because I want to see the hype GT chase. This is all execution from here on. We're gonna get to watch Crrool's execution, but Ruble's will come hopefully momentarily. But for now, let us just watch Crrool play his heart out. Because again, winning this secures your spot in at least the tie breaks. And if you win your next match, then you're guaranteed in the tournament. So it's really nice to win this match. They are right on the bubble. I need to turn on some music. It's actually bugging me how silent it is. I will keep talking for you guys as much as possible because silence is weird. And unfortunately, Crrool is not using his music from the game. He is, I believe, listening to his own music and talking. So we can't listen to his audio right now. So just to let you know why we haven't switched audio yet. Yeah, this is actually the fastest go mode for pod. It's really good. Yeah, all of Ruble's, like, all of the crystals left are super fast, so it's not like it's gonna change that much. I'm pretty sure. Jim, Ruble has definitely completed. Oh no, that's you got all the crystals right. And the golden sword. This is gonna be a fast GT. And that seed really held out on them. Those other swords were, jeez, those other swords were hidden. Yeah, he's just gonna like zoom through. Although like he does have silvers as well, so this is fine. Yeah, definitely don't check it until we know 100%. You can probably definitely mark off Temper because he was on his way down there. Oh, you know what? Ruble's internet must be completely dead. He has actually left the IRC channel, just to let you guys know that. But it will get fixed eventually. And for now, we can enjoy Crrool's execution throughout GT. Again, Crrool's an old school runner of ALTTP Rando. Like I said, let me see if I can, while he's completing Go Mode Eastern, I'm going to see if I can find something. And here we go, as the last crystal. So it is time, chat, for your favorite game. You get a chance to say a number between 1 and 22, and some of you don't obey that rule at all. So the bid key in Ganon's Tower can be in any of the first 22 chests in the basement. It is an equal chance, so feel free to guess. If you are subscribed to the channel, the bot will shout you out if you get it right. Then the bot is broken. The bot was up a bit. Oh, the bot's dead again. Yeah, the bot was up for a bit. Okay, so the bot won't shout you out today. But the bot was working for like a hot second. I saw somebody do exclamation mark C. I guess I'll answer real quick. I'll give a few more shoutouts while Crrool is running 2GT. My name is Zelnus. I stream at Zelnus TV. Feel free to follow www.twitch.tv/Zelna just to confuse the heck out of him. But actually, don't do that. Follow Crrool, follow Ruble, follow SpeedDamon, follow SpeedDamon 2, SpeedDamon 3, SpeedDamon 4 for the primary tournament. And if you care about the secondary tournament, those are all held on the 4 Randomizer Mania channels. Definitely do make sure to follow the SpeedDamon channels, though. Crrool and Ruble both do a lot of speedrunning. Ruble is primarily Randomizer. And don't forget about the other tournaments on SpeedDamon. You should support those as well. And here we go. I got my spiel out before we even got to Ganon's Tower. Oh yeah, sorry, I totally forgot about the tracker. Michael Volt in chat is our tracker. Fun fact, if you see a chat name, then we tell you to follow it. So if Michael were to type in chat right now, you could click on his name and then just click follow it. There's the cape. You got a small key already as well. Crrool is deciding to do the traditional route. Now, you might notice this especially from traditional runners of the game, of the randomizer, who played in V18. That is, Ice Rod is on the torch of all things. So one oddity way back when in V18 was that the way that thins were generated, the left side was actually biased to have the bid key. I think it has something to do with the items that were required to get there. Because it required more items to get those 4 chests, it had like a lower chance or something. That's what somebody said once. I don't know 100% if that's true, but what I do know is that the traditional route used to be strictly better, but now that the item can be in any of them, well, Magic Bat has key. We are not playing Key Sanity, so no, it can't. Okay, and there's a piece of heart. Now, Cane isn't required for the left side, but it does make it easier. The powder, yeah, it is good safety to have here. Oh, Crrool didn't deny the quick strat for that room. And there's another piece of heart. We're going to get to see the randomizer room, which is the room that we call it that just because you never, ever go here. Most people don't even know that that's a room. It just holds some. I think it holds 2 chests that have 3 bombs, and 2 chests that hold 10 arrows in vanilla. Most of the junk items in the game that in the randomizer are actually because of Ganon's Tower. Most of the chests in Ganon's Tower hold absolutely nothing of value. So just a little fun fact: most of Ganon's Tower is just fluff, arrow like it's just arrows and stuff. Yeah, GT has like a bunch of 20s. The validation arrow joke is from the chest after Mini Moldarm. The validation arrow being the single arrow pickup. And it's just a little joke. That's the one that kills Ganon or something. But picking that up is just kind of like a little small thing. Because it's funny that there's a single arrow still in the randomizer. And that is Bob, who is a messed up sprite. Basically, because we didn't pick up the item in the torch, and if you were able to get to that room in the vanilla game, you would see that sprite as well. That sprite's in the game. You just would never see it. Half magic, that's going to make Ganon freer than free. The Citadel Arrow's in pod? I thought the Citadel Arrow was on the end of Ganon's tower. Either way, the Citadel Arrow's in the game and it's funny. Also, it could be in tile room, so tile room height? Because I always say 22. Michael Volt, I'm talking about vanilla, guys. In the actual game. Oh, gets denied the door. Oh, misses the... Oh, he gets in. Oh, so close. He's almost out of magic. He's got to be a little bit careful. He will need some more magic later. He should get a magic fill before he needs it, though. Okay, what's going to be in this room? There's the bit key. Opting to just mirror out. Doesn't need anything else. He has literally every bit of safety and equipment he could possibly want. Only thing he's missing is that bug net. Praise bug net. I know the safety room. Oh yeah, the safety room does have magic if he wants it. You're right. Are the contents of the balls randomized too, or are they set? The contents of the ball are randomized. In the main game, they're actually empty. Like every single one you get is empty. So it's just an added thing to the randomizer, where you get random bottle contents, which most really good runners never will go and fill their bottles with anything unless they are having a really shaky equipment based run and like they do need magic for instance. They'll go pick up potions. But sometimes what they get in those bottles will change their boss strategies and what they do throughout the game. Because if you know you have a fairy, you might play differently than, say, if you got blue potion. Okay, so this is what is collectively known as the Gauntlet in both speedrunning and randomizer. It's called the Gauntlet because it's a bunch of rooms that require you to defeat all of the enemies in them in a row. Specifically, the first 5 rooms is the Gauntlet. Every room in Ganon's Tower requires you to either kill enemies or light torches to get through everything on the climb until I believe the mini Helmasaur room. As part of the Gauntlet as well, if you consider all of the climb the Gauntlet, are 2 refights. So we refought the Armos on an ice floor. We're then going to fight Limolus here again, but this time with a Chimera head in the room. So that actually makes the fight harder, if only because of the lag. Crrool trying the Silver Arrow strat. It's not working too well for him. He's just going to opt to slash, I guess, at this point. Yeah. Gets denied by the short hop. Still trolled arm 2 and added 2. Correct, Dalathon. In vanilla, the Armos is definitely not optional. Oh, gets denied by the block. Now that strategy does work 100% of the time if you have the right timing. But that block can sometimes just kind of push in the way. Bob is in the game files for vanilla. There's just no way to actually visit him. He'll always kind of hide, and his brother will show up. And again, make sure that with this run wrapping up, that you do give your follows to Crrool after this race and to Ruble. This was a fantastic race by both of them. And Crrool does have the other key. I was actually a little bit worried. I didn't keep track of his keys, but he does have the 2 keys required to beat this. Now, we always talk about the bid key, but one thing to remember, if you haven't done a randomizer run before, you do need one small key going up here. And that's to open these 2 small key doors. So don't forget that. It's not mentioned often. Maybe it should be mentioned a bit more by commentators, that you do in fact need one small key. The Helmasaur will hold the other one. And he does check the final chest, completely optional. Doesn't need to do that. Although some runners will, especially if they don't have, if they're on Master Sword, they don't have silvers, maybe they want half magic. Okay, and here's Adenum 2. So we didn't get to fight Adenum 1. So now we get to fight Adenum 2. Whoa, that was a triple! Let's go. Ooh, Adenum with the blue balls. Interrupt in a really good position in. This would be another triple. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he hit the back of the wall, so it canceled out the damage. Oh, it wasn't a triple then. Interesting. Oh. Adra does have iframes, very few if they're too close to each other, and he will sometimes not shoot out his other ball if he hits a wall. Yeah, that probably tilted Crrool a bit. Not because I believe we all kind of thought we need a clip of that. Yeah, two wrecked blue, like 2 wrecked attacks followed by blue balls. That was a little bit rough. Crrool gets in the free hit on Ganon. So you need, I believe it's 8 hits. I actually forgot this somehow. I'm pretty sure it's 8 hits and 8 hits to progress the phases here. It's pretty common that people can one-cycle this with Golden Sword. And Crrool has so much equipment and magic that he's probably just gonna one-cycle this. And so now we're gonna move on to phase 3. Phase 2 being the Firebird spin, phase 1 being the Trident throw. He's actually opt-in. He did take a HUD, so he's going to be a little bit safe here. So you need to hit him before he casts the Firebird spell. Once he casts that, he'll try to run away. And every time you hit him, he casts Quake and breaks apart part of the wall. And so there will be a glitch he's going to attempt to do here called the Torch Glitch. And what that means is that if he lights that one torch before the second torch goes away, then he will only ever have to light that other torch. So it's going to save him tons of time throughout this fight. Oh, he gets it! Oh, wow, that was perfect! Jeez, G to Crrool. We're going to hopefully get him in here for an interview. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Now,
okay, yeah,
let's hold out. So let's keep this in mind, chat. Now that it's over, we will mention this. Ruble, obviously, his stream is currently down. He completely noped out of IRC as well, so we have no idea where he is. If he did keep a local recording and he did beat Crrool's time, I'm not sure how this works. Obviously, an admin may chime in if they're here. this might be up in the air, but you were ahead, Crrool.
Okay, ahead when? As in going into... Or when did he cut? Let me just ask that, actually.
He is... We can actually still see it. He is currently killed, you know, like that one little beetle when you can go down or up to the boss in Swamp Palace. He killed that guy and then poofed away. So that's where the screen is currently frozen. So he still had to do desert. You guys, he was actually, as you were fighting Vitreous when he froze off. Like, he was probably like 30 seconds behind you. But he had to do desert.
Fair, but that's gonna be close then.
Right.
If you did a right side play, then...
Right. So, because of that, you most likely won? But we don't know.
Guess.
So, I'm actually going to pin an ad. I don't actually know this. So, as of right now, congratulations. You finished that seed in a really good time. 149 for that seed. It took you places.
That was one heck of a seed for sure.
What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, let's be really fair here. Ice, to get the green pendant, to get the lantern, to get to the mountain, to get the boots and the flute, in order to get to Mire, to full clear Mire, in order to get the mirror so that you could actually get the bow. That's just stupid.
Yeah, the fact that you needed to do... I think you needed to, like, never go to Death Mountain, technically, until you got the green pendant.
Yeah, although I'm happy I did, because I did find the boots there, which helped out quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, your early play... So, Ruble actually did the, like, reverse Kakariko, where you go north, and I thought he was going to go straight to Death Mountain, because he had all the items he would need for that. Because he did Estate first. So I thought he was going to do that, and then he opted to go and do a Houlihan. I think. Yeah. I believe he went and did Houlihan. Or something. He did something else, and then he just continued on. He went to Dark World much earlier than you, though. But that actually didn't pay off, obviously.
Yeah, no, I figured I'd just go for the mountain. And when I saw the boots, I was like, okay, I hope he went into the Dark World, because that play from my end paid off big time.
Yes.
But at that point, I also got confused, because I know the lantern had to be somewhere out there.
Yeah, right? As soon as you found that flute, you're like, lantern's down there somewhere.
Yeah, at that point, I knew Death Mountain was completely lantern locked.
Yep.
So that was an interesting find, but then when I found it in ice, because I killed Vitreous, and no, not Vitreous, Cold Stare, and I was like, okay, this entire place was a bust if the green pendant doesn't have anything. And then when I found the lantern there, I was like, but wait, that means that ice was required to unlock basically everything else. And at that point, I just got curious, because, you know, there's so much going on there.
Right. Now, there are a lot of races today, so I do just want to give one last shout out. That was a great race. We'll keep you guys posted. Just so you guys know, the Discord is actually free to join for anyone, and then the ALTTP Discord for Rando is also. You can absolutely join that to join the community a bit more, get some races in yourself, get some resources. We'll be glad to help you out with that. But do you have any other little words about that seed? Or to that seed?
Just that every tournament seed, except for maybe the one against Gesellschaft, has been a similar seed to this. And I'm about done with that right about now.
Look,
can I just get a fun seed for once?
At least, if you did win... So the winner of this match is guaranteed to at least have access to the tiebreaker. Which is nice, because you guys are on an interesting bubble right there. But you are... If whoever of you guys who won, probably you, but could be Ruble, you guys are perfectly safe. So,
yeah, once like whomever actually ended up winning this will know soon, I hope.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm gonna guess. I believe Ruble has earlier mentioned that he has Comcast. It's probably just Comcast completely just like cutting him off. But we will let Feasel move on. He has a lot of races to do today. Don't forget to follow this channel as well as the other 3 speed demons. Don't forget to follow Crrool and Ruble for more Randomizer and other tournament games as well.
Don't forget to follow Zelnas for his awesome commentary today.
Yeah,
I haven't actually heard it, but I'm going to be listening back to it soon.
My stream is Zelnas TV, and don't... Oh, Speed Demon's back! The bot's back! Yay! It's not modded, though. That's odd. And yeah, and we got tracking from Michael Volt, new person to the community in general. If you do want to help out with the tournament because you love this tournament so much, we are always accepting volunteers from all aspects. You just gotta talk to one of the mods. So again, peace out. We'll let Feasel move on to whatever tournament he has. Have a wonderful day, everyone.